Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, September 13th, 2025. If you're of a certain age and you remember a time before the internet when maintaining your privacy was a bit easier, it's almost impossible to not be online in some capacity these days, and a lot has changed online since the early days of using email to just send free letters. Now, email addresses and the accounts that they're tied to are used for everything: paying bills, listening to the news, watching TV, scrolling socials, apps, AI. No matter what you're doing, eventually something online is going to ask you for your private information of some sort. That's just the way the internet works now. It's an economic machine run on your personal data. And if you have been using the same email address for a couple of years or even decades, there's going to be a lot of personal information tied to it. Maybe you signed up for a website a few years ago to purchase something and you never returned to the online retailer. There's no harm there unless that online retailer's database is ever breached by hackers. Then that one single purchase you made years ago has exposed your personal information, which can then be used for nuisances like telemarketing or spam, or if they get the right information, it can be used for identity theft or used to gain access to personal accounts where they can do some real damage. So if you've been online for decades, where do you even start when it comes to keeping control of your online privacy? Start with your email provider. If you use Gmail, then there's an online privacy checkup that only takes a few minutes and goes over what your account is sharing with other services that Google owns, like Instagram or YouTube, as well as other accounts your email address has been used to sign up for. There are also a few websites that can help you remember what you've even used your email address for. They can search through social media profiles and other services to give you a list of places that you've used your personal information to sign up for. Having that list is just the first step, though, as removing yourself from those services can be a whole other confusing process. There's a website called justdeleteme.xyz that gives you up-to-date and clear instructions on how to delete accounts and other personal data from websites and services you signed up for in the past. But online privacy is also a big business, and there's lots of websites and services that will clean up your digital life for you, but for a price. We've gathered up a few tools and links that will help you do it for free, but it's up to you to make the judgment on what your time is worth. I find cleaning up this kind of stuff a little addicting, and you may be surprised at how much you can find out about yourself online if you start digging. You can see this story on our website for some links to free privacy checkups and other tools that you can use to start to get a handle on the data you share online. That's all going to be at z1077fm.com. And it's the second Saturday of the month, and that means it's time for the Joshua Tree Art Crawl. Here's art aficionado Jeff Harmatz with a look at what local galleries will be posting up.
La Matadora kicks off the night with a show called The End Is Near, featuring tarot and mythological-inspired illustrations from artist Daniel Martin. La Matadora will also show works from Anna Bagayan, with music provided by Z107.7's own DJ Lee Joseph. The gallery will be open from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hey There Projects debuts a new show called Guzunder, featuring new work from Rob Clayton and leather sculptures from Frida Gossett. Both artists will be at the reception, running from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Alien Robot Museum debuts a show called High Desert Goddess, featuring live painting from Cecilia Romero, and Coyote Little debuts a new group show called Oh You Pretty Things, featuring artwork that showcases the animals of the high desert. See work from Winnie Brewer, Claire Case, Cher Townsend, Feral Girl Collective, Matt House, Josher, Aaliyah Bone, Mojave Witch Collective, Rose Cephalo, Aaliyah Rafiq, Diane Bennett, Kat Johnson, Xenia Y. Smith, Rob Pickup, Walker Metling, Zara Kane, and Tanya Van Paris. Live music will be from Sweet Beast Band and Fresh Basil. The gallery is open from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. All of these galleries are close together, so park at one and walk to the others. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
The inaugural Hispanic Heritage Celebration is happening this evening in 29 Palms. Celebrate the rich culture, history, and contributions of the High Desert's Hispanic community with a free, family-friendly event that is featuring live music and a DJ, vibrant dance performances, art displays, delicious food, and more. Bring a chair or blanket to Freedom Plaza in beautiful and bustling downtown 29 Palms to enjoy an evening full of music, culture, and community spirit. The event begins at 5 o'clock and runs until 9. It's organized by the 29 Palms Music Series, the 29 Palms Farmers Market, and the City of 29 Palms Mayor Steve Bilderain and Councilwoman April Ramirez. That's at Freedom Plaza, located right off Highway 62 at 6547 Freedom Way in 29 Palms. And speaking of 29 Palms music, there's still time to vote for the Levitt Foundation's free outdoor concert grants, which would award the Basin-wide Foundation up to $120,000 over the next 3 years to bring 10 free live music concerts to Freedom Plaza a year. Public voting ends on the 15th, and you can only vote once, so your vote really does matter. A quick run through social media has musicians from all over the basin drumming up support for the 29 Palms music series. Here's Ben Vaughn from the Many Moods of Ben Vaughn talking about what makes these free concerts so unique.
And to have live music there at that space, that would be fantastic for 29 Palms. And outdoor concerts up in the high desert are always the best. It's kind of what life is really about. It's like a celebration of just us being human, the best part of us being humans too. And to have that quality of live music up in the high desert, I mean, it's a great foundation, and it's a great concert series. And we're talking, 10 concerts a year for 3 years? Bring it on. Let's do this.
They've made it very easy to vote. You can head to the Levitt Foundation at www.levitt.org. That's Levitt, and click on one of the many buttons that say vote. You can also do it from your phone with a quick text. That means I'm about to give you a phone number, so grab a pencil or pen, or remember to hit up our website for all of these details. You can text the word 29 Palms, all one word, to 877-409-5525. If you're listening to this on the radio, make a mental note to check our website when you get a moment, and we'll have all those links and more information on the concert series at Z107.7fm.com. If you're into pottery, then Pie Town is the place to be this evening. The Sculpture Garden at the Pottery in Pioneertown is hosting a show called Post-Fired Reduction Works 2, and it features raku pottery by Louis Barris. The Japanese technique creates colorful glazes, and there'll be a demonstration of this technique this evening from 5 to 7 p.m. You can purchase a blank piece of pottery and decorate it during the demo. Check it out at the Pottery in Pioneertown, located at 53626 Main Street in Pioneertown. And save the date for the Boys and Girls Club of the Morongo Basin's annual Blue and White Gala. This year, the nonprofit says the Desert Bloom theme celebrates the strength, spirit, and generosity of our incredible community. Next Saturday, September 20th, is promising to be a laid-back evening with live music from the Los Poncho Tones and guests, food from some of the basin's best businesses, and inspiring stories from the Boys and Girls Club members and their families. There's also going to be a silent auction full of goodies gathered from all over the community. Come as you are or get gussied up in your best desert wear, whether that's cowboy boots, trucker hats, desert boho, or just your favorite pair of jeans. Just this year, the Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert has had over 34,000 youth visits. The nonprofit provides mentorship, meals, enrichment, and a whole lot of love to high desert youth. With recent federal funding cuts, the club says that your support now means more than ever. You can reserve tickets for next weekend's event, which will be at the Boys and Girls Club Gymnasium starting at 5:30 and running until 9 p.m. Tickets are $65. We'll have a link to the gala where you can get tickets or donate a silent auction item. Or you can head to www.bgchd.org/gala. And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 news team, I'm Robert Hayden.